when we first pitched the idea of putting a greenhouse together, I was hoping for some nice small little space to do a little bit of activities, some seeding activities, maybe some transplanting. This has absolutely blown up, and it's because of the community support and every single aspect of our community, whether it was our Lions clubs, our fire department associations, our farmer groups, everybody was finding ways to help us. Probably the thing that makes me the most proud is the student ownership. This is not my greenhouse. This is the high school students, the FFA members' greenhouse. They completely take full ownership of this. There are times where they have done work in here on weekends. I've heard of them taking care of stuff in the middle of the night here when they've stopped back after a basketball game or a school event, and they've just wanted to check to make sure everything's right. Well, they're not all going to become ag teachers. We hope some do, but a ton of them that never would have experienced a career in ag before their first ag class hopefully get excited because they're in here and they get those hands-on opportunities, or they get a leadership opportunity on the officer team and they find that niche for them and find that passion for their life. And so that's what excites me about FFA. These kids every day when they show up at our school, they know that they're going to be growing food for the food shelf. And there's now it's a part of who we are, and it's every student in the student body because they all take an ag class at some point. So every single student will graduate having worked for our local community because that's what you do. And that's really cool and really authentic. This entire process, CHS has been involved. As we continue to grow, the local CHS cooperative office out of Hoffman came to me and said, hey, we've got space at our crop plot. It's a very successful area, piece of land. We have a local farmer who lets us use that plot every single year. Would you be interested in doing a sweet corn plot there for your educational purposes? And it's kind of led into a great partnership where in the spring, the CHS staff are there on the plot on the day of planting. My plant science class comes out and they teach them a little bit about crop plots, but then they teach them a little bit about seed varieties and what kind of sweet corn varieties are out there right now, a little bit about GPS guided planting systems, and then they let the kids be involved in that planting of that half-acre plot. We sell about half of it locally, and then half of it goes to our local food shelf. And so we would not have this greenhouse if it wasn't for the partner donors that helped it to happen, including the CHS Foundation. So I would love to thank CHS and the CHS Foundation for everything they do to support ag education, FFA, hands-on learning, and everything specifically here that they've done to help us to put up this greenhouse and to create an environment where our students get excited to come to class and get excited to even be here when there's no school going on.